Wow, I surprised myself with this effort today. So stick around and join me for a push-up heavy chest and tricep workout. It was a good one.
Hey gang, welcome back to Mark's 60 plus fitness journey. Let's see, today is Monday, June 20th, 2022, and I'm going to do something kind of fun today. I haven't done this in a while. I'm going to see if I can do 62 contiguous push-ups at 62 years old, hopefully more. And then I'm going to do a combined cumulative 200 in as few sets as possible, and then finish up the rest of a chest workout and a tricep workout. I think it's going to go pretty slick. So let's go in here and do it. Then we'll catch up back up in a few minutes, see how it all went. Let's go do it.
Alrighty, let's get this party started. As I said, this is a chest and tricep workout. And this morning when I got up, I just had the urge to see if I could squeeze in 62 push-ups at 62 years old. I was fairly confident I could, but I thought it might be a little bit of a challenge. So with that in mind, I decided to make today's chest portion, or the chest portion of today's workout, push-up centric. So I started with push-ups, and my goal on this first set here was to get 62 push-ups. Now, I'll grant you, these probably aren't the strictest push-ups ever. I'll call these competition push-ups, or I also like to think of them as wrestling push-ups. These are kind of like the push-ups we would do when I was wrestling in high school. Man, we did a lot of push-ups. But like I said, my goal was to get as many as I could here, 62 or more. And I did surprise myself a little bit with this. I was feeling really good this morning. So I was able to eke out 65 here. Now, I haven't done a lot of push-ups in the sense of trying to increase my push-up volume. I've just done some push-ups, as you may have seen, at the end of chest workouts as a finishing movement. But I think that's probably the most push-ups I've done in one set in a long while, so I was pretty stoked about that. And here we go, set 2. So now I'm off to see how many sets it takes to get 200 push-ups in. Well, actually, I didn't really care. I was just going to do 200 push-ups. Now, I'm not going to fast forward this at all. And I'll grant you, watching an old guy do push-ups is kind of boring, so you could skip to about the 652 mark to see the rest of the chest and tricep workout. But I did want to, for those of you that care or want to, you can watch the whole entirety of this workout, this push-up portion of it anyway. Yesterday was Sunday and was a leg day, and it was almost a non-event. I really did not feel well yesterday. I don't know. Well, when I say didn't feel well, I just didn't have any oomph. No, there was just nothing there. My squats were off. Well, the whole leg workout was off. I did a leg workout, but it didn't feel great. I wasn't terribly happy about it. And I've run into those occasionally, more so now, over 60 than I used to. But here's set 4. Today's workout just goes to prove that with a little bit of rest and a different day, it's very likely that one would feel much better. As I said, I did surprise myself with how good I felt today here. I think I mentioned on my last chest workout I was going to start off with some heavy incline dumbbell presses, which I will do on my next chest session. And I am a big fan of changing things up. This is a high volume workout, and a lot of folks disagree about whether push-ups are a movement that you can use to build muscle. And I'd probably agree with that to a point, but I'm 62 years old and there's not a whole lot more muscle I'm going to build. So I'm working on endurance here. There's some strength involved. I just think it's cool to be able to do body weight movements, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, that kind of thing. So I'm a big fan, as you probably know. So there we are at 180. So I was pretty stoked here. So this is the 6th set, so it took me 6 sets to get 200. Actually, as you'll see here, it was a little bit more than 200. I was afraid I had lost count, so I squeezed in a couple more at the end. So I was, like I said, very happy with this, and it is a good chest workout. I mean, I can feel it. I can feel it in my chest and obviously my triceps and anterior deltoids, but I could have actually called it right here and just jumped into some tricep work. That's how good that felt and how much impact it had on my chest and my pec muscles. It was fine. Happy with that. So, continuing with the non-conventional chest workout, I opted to jump on this pec deck machine. And my apologies for the lighting here, but I don't use this machine much. This is up on the 3rd floor. I did 3 sets of 15 or so. Actually, I did these 3 sets to failure. That was another theme of today, was working to failure. All of those push-ups were done to failure, as were these 3 sets on the pec deck machine here. And can't say I like this machine all that much. There's one on the 2nd floor that I like a lot better, but it worked. I could feel it. So that was okay. 3 sets on the pec deck. And then I went to another old favorite, some cable flies. Now here, I opted to use this, this is a seated chest and shoulder combination machine. Now the upper pulleys are for the chest and cable, I call them cable flies. But again, I did 3 sets here as well to failure. When I say failure, there may have been 1 rep left in there. It wasn't actually truly failure, but it was close. But 3 sets of 15 or so here. And this felt good. This is a nice little stretch. And this is designed as a seated mechanism. I use it standing because it frees up my scapulas in the back so I can get a proper movement. My shoulder blades, sometimes, especially my right ones, my right shoulder blade tends to hinder my movement a bit, so I have to be careful and deliberate about my location. Alright, so that's the end of the chest portion of today's workout. I think that was plenty enough work right there. I felt good about it. So I jumped into some tricep work, and I did 8 total sets of tricep work. Started with this kind of like a V-bar mechanism here. So my hands are kind of like at a 45 degree angle. Just want to note that for future reference. So I did 2 sets of those, 2 near failure, and then jumped to this rope, and again did 2 sets. And my hands now are more up and down, upright, than with that V-bar mechanism, just to get a little different hand placement on the tricep work. Trying to keep my elbows in and focusing the movement from the elbow through the tricep. Then I jumped into 2 sets with this straight bar. This way my hands are pointing down, so a little bit different angle again. I've started doing this straight bar a lot more lately. I like this. I was always a big fan of the rope, and still am, But I like this straight bar as well. This is a nice movement. 2 sets of this with this bar. So that's a total of 6 sets to failure there so far. And that's all in the 15-ish rep range generally. Then I finished up with some kickbacks, some cable kickbacks I call them. I like these a lot better than dumbbell kickbacks. I just feel like I have a lot better control and I get a lot better contraction right there at the end. Yeah, this is a good movement. Now you want to try this if you haven't. I like it. So this will be, so again I did 2 sets of those on each arm. That finished up the workout. I did do some calf raises, and of course I did some stretching prior to all this, one of my pre-workout warm-up. But there you go. I think that was a pretty cool chest and tricep workout. A little unconventional, at least on the chest portion of it. And I was stoked about those push-ups. I was happy with that. I'm also really happy that you took the time to hang out with me. It may sound crazy, but it makes me, it helps me knowing you guys are there. Thank you very much. Alrighty, there you go. Chest and tricep workout for Monday, June 20th, 2022. A little unconventional, probably, what with all the push-ups at the beginning, but that's the way I roll. I like to change it up every so often, so I changed it up a bit, and I think it worked out great. I was really happy with those push-ups. Surprised me a little bit, and in particular, that first set. I really thought I was going to struggle to get to 60, so that turned out good. And finishing up with a pretty cool chest and tricep workout. Yeah, all in all, I'm pretty stoked about that workout. That was good. I tell you what else I'm stoked about. If you're this far in, I'm stoked that you're still here and you took the time to hang out with me. Man, I really appreciate that. You just don't know how much that means. It's thank you. And while you're here, as I always say, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Come on and join this pretty cool group here. Love to have you, really would. So I am starving. I'm going to get some lunch in me. Get this video edited, get it uploaded for you fine folks, and then continue with the rest of my day. It is beautiful outside. I got to go get some walking in. So with that, I'll say, till next time, go get 'em. Mark out.